Now, vehicle to grid entails, of course, vehicles or electric vehicles deploying power back into the grid, which is something that is very, very good. You will know that NEO has or has already deployed this kind of charging station that is a vehicle to grid, where the EV users are able to go to that charging stations, and instead of charging power, they deploy it back. Which the reason why I'm telling you this is because Guangzhou is currently implementing this, and they will be giving 50% onto the partners that helps them deploy this kind of infrastructure. I think NEO is in the right position to be able to do this, because not only have they done this with their charging stations that are, of course, photovoltaic, and they are connected to this kind of technology where users are able to go and deploy the power back to the charging stations, but the battery swapping stations themselves are able to take power back into the grid, which is something that makes me to say, like, look, when NEO is aligned, I mean, as soon as when you will notice that those that help with facilities, platforms, in terms of constructing this infrastructure for vehicle to grid, they will get a 50% subsidy from Guangzhou, which is something that is pretty exciting. And those that are discharging their power from the air cars to the back to the grid, they are going to get 5 yen per kilowatt hour, meaning that if you are getting, or if you are driving 100 kilowatts, or you are coming with to dispose of maybe 100 kilowatts in a charger, you will get roughly around 500 RMB, which is something that is great. And once again, it shows us, or it tells us, that NEO is headed in the right direction, because when you look into the infrastructure like battery swapping, it's able to discharge or deploy power back into the infrastructure. And also charging stations that already have got vehicle to grid, NEO already has got this type of chargers or charging stations which are able to make their users go and deploy power back to the stations instead of charging, which is something that is great. I mean, if we look at an example, it means that obviously those that are getting 500 RMB when it comes to maybe deploying 100 kilowatt hour of power back into the grid, they get 500. That 500 RMB equates to roughly around $69, which it shows you that it's not that bad, looking at the amount of money that you can get when you are deploying back power into the grid, which is so great, so amazing. And to see that NEO it's in the forefront in terms of both the infrastructure for charging and swapping, I have no doubt in my mind that, of course, NEO will continue being the dominator even onto these of course facilities that entail them building battery swapping stations, vehicle to grid charging stations, to make sure that they take a benefit from this. I mean, one of the things that we've been seeing, I think Guangzhou is one of them, by the way. They've partnered with NEO in terms of course, deploying battery swapping stations. And this is because, like I said, battery swapping stations, they are able to build, or they are able to bring in, obviously, power into the city, which is why they are subsidizing a percentage, or a certain percentage of the battery swapping stations that are being supplied, or that are being deployed into, obviously, Guangzhou. This is something that is great, something that is very, very exciting. And like I said, I thought I'd come and give you this quick updates. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds, the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. It takes me some time to make these videos, and all I ask from you is to give me a thumbs up, as it takes me some time to make this content. But me, I'm very excited about this kind of news, because we get to see NEO for what it is, the potential that lies within the battery swapping station technology, the technology, the future that lies within their vehicle to grid, which is something that they've done, where some of the users or some of those that are driving EV cars are able to go to those charging stations and deploy power back instead of charging power into their car, which is just so great and amazing. So tell me what you think about this, man. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds, the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. It takes me some time to make these videos, and all I ask from you is to give it a thumbs up so that at least you get to be notified every time I drop a new content. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds, the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. It takes me some time to make these videos. I will see you on the next one, my dear friends. That is all from me, and God bless you all.